Last week on Face Off.
And this week's winner is Mia and Stella. Unanimously. All of us liked one or the other. Sometimes there's got to be a joint winner, or only one winner.
Coming up tonight on Face Off.
We're stepping into the final stages of this journey.
It's creative week, so let's get creative.
You know, today's the day.
And I'm expecting them to push the boundaries today.
The pressure today for them will be enormous. Good evening, MUAs. How are you feeling?
Good.
Well, I hope you've had a chance to recover after last week, because what a week it was. The standard of artistry we've seen so far has been nothing but incredible. And believe me when I say, judging your looks has never been tougher. Sincerely, for us, it's been really tough. As always, we couldn't do this without a panel of judges. We have the fabulous Jaden Farr and the stunning Silva Moreno.
Today it's all about creativity, and maybe for some it will be a very natural environment, but for the others it could be very, very challenging.
Some people will cope with the pressure better than others, as we saw last week. Some of them crumbled a little bit, but I think they just have to know that everyone is in with a shot tonight. It's anyone's game.
Well, just before we introduce our guest judge, who's incredible, Jaden, tell them what the incentive was for last week's winner, who was
2 winners.
Mia and Stella, joint winners. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay, explain it to them.
So as you know, at the end of the challenge, we take some photos. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to spend more time with your looks. We're going to give you different angles so you can use those photos for your portfolio. So you will get a selection of photos at the end.
Now, MUAs, we're stepping into the final stages of this journey. This is a moment to dig deep, to push past every limit, and to show us exactly what you're capable of. Remember, for some of you, this will be the end of the journey. But for others, it could be a life-changing experience. I think emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, it's going to be a lot, because not only are they doing the creative look, but they're also realizing there's elimination happening. So I think the emotion's going to be all over the place. It could work both ways. So take a deep breath, trust your instincts and your challenge, and let's move on to today's challenge, where creativity has no limits. I'm so excited for tonight's guest judge. She is the queen of transformation, Isis Mirage. She's a local drag artist who graduated in the makeup industry and academy in 2012. Known for her bold looks and signature style, she's ready to serve face and feedback without blending the truth. So, sashay in, Isis.
In the heart of Gibraltar's vibrant LGBTQ+ community, this Gibraltarian drag artist proudly takes the spotlight. A trailblazer with over a decade in the art of drag, Isis Mirage is known for her bold, unconventional makeup, transforming herself into a living canvas and pushing the limits of self-expression. With appearances across local and international media, including a feature on RuPaul's Drag Race USA.
Can I get a recap up in here?
Hi! And show-stopping performances at Gibraltar Pride, she uses makeup as a powerful tool for visibility, each brushstroke telling a story of courage and perseverance. Now she's ready to bring all the glamour and fun into the Face Off studio and uncover what truly inspires our makeup artists.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hi, everyone. Oh, stop. A compliment is never lost on me, you guys, okay? Hi, I'm Isis Mirage, and I'm so excited to be here today on Face Off, guest judging for Creative Week.
Now, when I did tell you to go demure, this is like, you're slaying it, you know that, no?
Thank you. You said demure, I said, yeah, hold my purse.
And I could have had a step stool. You didn't tell me about a step stool.
Mira,
You didn't tell me you're gonna go that tall.
This is just a little light look just to go do the shopping, honey. I've just got on a BB cream and lip gloss.
Well, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you
Fabulous,
so much.
Fabulous.
I had to for you, Deepak, and for you guys.
So tell me, what are you looking for tonight? I mean, it's a creative round. You're totally arty. What are you looking for? Tell me.
So you guys, I'm looking for the creativity to be out of the box today, okay? Ultimately, I don't want any of you to worry about finesse and, you know, perfecting everything. That's for Deepak. I want to see your story unfold in the makeup. I want to see some kind of a narrative present and an aesthetic that is individually yours. That's what I'm looking for, some originality. So yeah, I'm really excited. You know, just go all out and have fun with it.
You have 2.5 hours, so let us start. So what I'm expecting is imagination, to use their instincts and just fly.
I'm expecting them to really, really push the boundaries today.
I'm really looking forward to the 100% self into work because, you know, today is the day.
I want to see more extreme looks than what they've been doing. I feel like a lot of people have been playing it safe, and I'm expecting surprises.
Guest judge Isis is full of energy and excitement, ready to dive in and take a closer look at the makeup artist's creations and the inspirations behind them. Deepak wastes no time, giving her a quick spin around the room to catch up on all the action.
Tell me what you're thinking.
So far, so good. I think there's quite a few people that have gone for high impact, which I think is definitely a risk
Daring
that could pay off.
at this pace.
Or maybe
Totally.
doesn't, but definitely a risk. And I think it's going to be worth it. I think the high risk is going to be worth it.
Who are you feeling to talk with?
I think we should go pick Matt's brain because I want to know what is behind his story. He's the only one here that has a male model. So
Right, that's true.
let's find out.
Let's go and get him.
So for this week, I have had a lot of trouble coming up for a concept with this look. Everything that I sort of tried, I wasn't happy with. So literally up until an hour and a half ago, I decided what it was I'm going to do, and I'm really excited to show what I'm going for. I am going for something that is very much out there.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good, to be fair. I'm just
Yeah.
getting down the base. We've got the brows glue, just getting the base, and then later I'll intensify it with all the powders. It's just a little template to start off with because I feel like it works faster that way. And I can't wait to start doing all the little weird designs that I'm going
what
to.
little spoilers can we get? What's the concept?
Well, the concept is my version of an alien.
Okay.
So, like, what I've always
gonna
envisioned.
be a beautiful alien.
It's going to be a very beautiful alien. I mean, look at this face. Exactly.
It's doing half the work.
It's doing half the work,
If I do
yes.
say so, respectfully.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're gonna have like the blue correlating into the eyes, but we're also gonna do a pop of pink to have the little contrast. It's gonna have some weird shapes and some squiggly lines with antennas coming around.
So what about Alien inspired you to bring this out for this makeup
Well,
look?
Alien, I don't know why, but I've always felt super connected to aliens. I mean, when I was young, I was convinced that I had been abducted. Like, I used to have all these weird dreams. Like,
I think we've all been there.
yeah, we've all been
No,
there.
we've all been
that's-
there.
Yeah, that's why
I think we might be from the same shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The three of us.
That's the three of us.
Four of us even.
One of you over here.
Absolutely.
I can sense it.
Absolutely. And then when, you know, the era where I was like finding out my sexuality and stuff, I did feel like an alien because my whole life, gay people were shunned and I was bullied in school and nobody wanted to be my friend, etc. So when I was 15, I got this tattoo of a little alien on my ankle to like symbolize like I'm proud of what I am. Yes, I'm an alien, and if you don't like me, that's fine. I'm proud of being an alien.
This is, you know, and that's what makeup is about at the end of the day, is being able to pull out something that sometimes maybe isn't so beautiful and making it really beautiful.
And empowering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally empowering.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope to blow all your minds away.
For this round, the makeup artists were given complete creative freedom, the chance to go all out and bring along any props or tools they needed to bring their inspired looks to life. Stella's come prepared, armed with her trusty airbrush.
I'm hoping to do the face and neck as well as stick on things, so I'm really pushing myself today.
I've seen you airbrushing. And I love the color tones in it. Any storyline here? What's your inspiration? What you're feeling?
My inspiration is butterflies, because I've always had butterflies throughout like my art in general. For my GCSE art piece, my final piece was all butterflies, so I'm just really inspired by them. But it's not just a butterfly, like I've made it my own creature, like my little world of Stella's creatures. Like I feel like this would live perfectly in it. I hope it shows a lot of the skills and techniques I've learnt here, and also just all of my skills that I've learnt whilst doing the makeup look that I do.
So are you someone who tends to lean more into like bold, avant-garde makeup looks generally?
Yeah.
That's sort of your preferred?
This is my thing.
Okay, yeah, it shows.
This is your forte, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be.
Because my expectations are high in literally everything that I do. And for like this, it's like next level.
Sky's the limit. You can do it.
Absolutely.
This is 6 episodes. Eh? This must be a piece of cake for everybody. Right, guys? Piece of cake?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, talking about a piece of cake, 30 minutes of pasta.
Is it 30 minutes?
Almost.
Girl.
Oh my gosh.
We're just over 45 minutes in, and the looks are really starting to take shape. Silver and Jaden are deep in analysis mode, checking their techniques and sizing up their progress so far. It's a long challenge, but don't be fooled. Some of these looks are seriously ambitious and will need every minute to get just right. Last week's joint winner, Mia, is never one to shy away from bold colour or fearless creativity. And today, she's taking it up a notch. The heels are off, and that can only mean one thing. It's getting serious.
Whoa, this looks incredible. I don't know where you're going, what are you doing? But I cannot wait to find out.
Thank you.
So tell me, Mia, what is all about? I want to know you.
I think.
Who are you in the challenge?
So basically, I'm trying to like challenge myself with the way that I see colours and like my placement. So like I think I've always tried to like kind of fit in the box. You know what I mean? Like it would be like the eyeshadow and like the lips, and I'd keep it to that. So I'm kind of just trying to find my own like kind of style.
The look that I'm doing this week for creativity, it's hard to explain. It's just picture, I don't know, maybe like a weird alien, like, I don't know, thing, you know, in the universe. It's not really specific look, it's more just about playing with colours and shapes and gradients, because that's kind of what I do, and that's how I see, you know, my creativity.
I just like weird stuff, you know? Oh my gosh, I love that. And I've just like realised that, so yeah.
That's the beautiful part about makeup.
And maybe like this is what I look like if I was an alien, or, do you know what I mean? Like out of this world kind of vibe.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, well, I love the colors and the blending. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see the final outcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just another question. Are you doing that like with the shadows?
Yeah, eyeshadow.
God, I need to learn.
Powder puff.
I need to learn. I need to see how to do that.
And the powder puff, literally.
Insane. Well, good luck, darling.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
After last week's challenge and disappointment in her look, Yusra is definitely feeling much more upbeat today. Her determination to push herself week after week is absolutely unwavering.
There's always room for improvement and you can always learn something new every day, whether it be from your opponent or even from yourself.
Hi, Yusra.
Hey, Jayden.
How are you doing?
Good so
Feeling
far.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me about your inspo.
So
It's very creative.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't think it was creative to begin with because I'm not a person that enjoys like face paints. So I want to showcase my skills today with the blending of colors and like glamorous eyes and all of that. It's inspired like by flowers, so something floral.
Nice.
As you can see in the image, those white flowers coming out with actually tissue.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be using it. So
I'm intrigued.
I'm going to be creating a carnival floral look using lots of blends of colors and shimmery diamonds, etc.
Okay. Tell me about these accents that you've added. Is that tissue too? Was that
No, that's
cardboard?
paper. That's
wow.
coloured paper cut up.
What made you think of this idea?
I don't know, it's just confetti. Yeah.
Does it look like
It's like a party.
Yeah, it's like a party.
A
of
spring
flowers.
party.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For our future MUAs, this series has been one big roller coaster of growth and self-discovery. Exhausting, intense, and totally worth it. And for Melaine, it's been a complete glow-up of confidence. She's burst out of her shell, pushed past her shyness, and started showing us all what she's really made of.
More confident in myself. I'm always the one that I'm always criticizing my work, and I'm always sort of saying I'm not good enough, and this has proved to me that if you really want it, you are good enough, and you just have to believe in yourself.
Hello, Melaine.
Hi, Melaine.
Hello.
Wow.
Squeeze this a little bit there. Not in your way, no?
No, it's okay.
You carry on.
This looks really cool.
So, Jayden, you want to tell something to Mel?
Mel. No pressure. But I was asking Deepak. Well, I was having a chat with Deepak before.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I want to know. I know, don't worry.
No.
I just want to know how much this means to you. You know, I want to know how much makeup means to you.
It's my passion. It's a form of therapy for me.
Yeah.
I go into another world.
Really?
I think all of us do, no? It's something which is very sort of therapeutic for me.
Mm-hmm. Have you been into makeup for many years?
I've always been interested in makeup, obviously, like everybody that goes into makeup. But I think for me, it's been finding the time. I've never had the time to do it because I've always been studying because of work, and I've always been doing stuff, and I've always been putting makeup last. So basically my kids, when they've grown older, now I've got the time. So this is why I've taken.
You prioritized yourself. Right?
Yeah, you do prioritize with other things.
Of course you have to, because that's how life is.
Yeah. And obviously you like to experiment, but it's not the same.
No, we've seen your growth, you know. Every week you brought something different.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Do you remember those first episode conversations?
Yeah.
Soy la más vieja.
Bueno, soy la más vieja. Nobody's taking the years away from me.
La más vieja soy yo.
Bueno, está bien. Second.
Let's
Aquí
But I am proud of you.
I don't feel my age anyway. So.
No, do I?
You don't look it.
You don't look it, first of all. And
I was waiting for that comment.
Jayden, we got brownie points now. Well, you got brownie points and you beat me to it. But honestly, you know what? I always say age is just a number.
Yeah.
And even, you know, when I started in makeup, I didn't start when I was 18 or 20. It was late into my 30s. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I realized that it's just a number. And whatever you feel and what passion you have, just go for it and grow with it and learn from on your mistakes, you know, and it's a
And you're
journey
always
that,
learning.
you know, the beauty
Definitely.
about it is the first thing that I always look for an MUA is passion.
Yeah.
That passion comes within. You know? It's like for myself, it's passion and DNA, and I can see that in you.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
never
definitely.
feel to give it up and forget the age. I would say it's just
No, but
it's just a number.
For me, was like trying to get somebody else that's younger the chance of actually going through. But I'm like, look,
You went through.
I went through,
Which
and
is
and there was a couple of girls with my age, so it's like, okay, I wasn't the only one, you know. At least I'm doing it for everybody over 40. You know, it's never too late. I'm saying over 40, we're going to
No, it's a great example, no?
Yeah, definitely.
Great inspiration.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely.
and they say we got it milk and do it, so can we?
Exactly.
There's so much
Exactly.
you can achieve
Everybody-
in such a
everybody
short
can
space
do
of
it.
time. So
Yeah, and I'm glad because I've not putting my kids aside, you know.
You're being a mother. You're following your dream.
Exactly.
and you're being you.
Exactly.
You're being you.
You know,
Exactly. This is me.
it's your time.
So well done. Keep it up. Looking good.
Thank you.
Good.
Looking very good.
Thank you.
Our makeup artists have been blending, contouring, and creating for nearly 90 minutes. The energy in the studio is intensifying. Everybody is laser focused on delivering their very best work, hoping it'll be enough to impress the judges. Janelle's look is bold and full of promise, so let's see how she's feeling about it.
Hi.
Let me see. How's it going? Happy?
Half. I say
What are you-
half.
What are you finding hard?
It was the brows. She's got very thick eyebrows, so I put I think it was about 4 layers of glue on her eyebrows.
Good luck tonight, love. Don't call me. Oh no. Take them off.
And
Well, seriously.
but my main focus isn't really the eyebrows. It's more the colour on the eyes and the blending of them and having them more perfect in a way. I don't really know how to explain
So
it.
you want to perfect the shadow, the blending.
Yes.
Okay, but remember, Gabe, you're going the right way. The only thing is with perfection blending, don't spend too much of it. Try to work the overall.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you don't have time flies.
I know.
You know, the eyebrow.
I've got a plan.
Okay,
I've got a plan.
I'm not sure about this bit. I don't understand why you glued it. I don't know, maybe you think of something else, it didn't work out or anything. But leave that to the very end. Do everything else and then bring that last bit.
Yeah.
It's coming along well.
Thank you.
Right, that's good. Just close it. Okay, just be careful of these little edges over here.
Yeah.
Okay, if you stretch that like that, and then go that way, you finish. You have a clean eye. Okay.
Welcome back to part 2. This week it's the creative round, and the looks are really starting to come together now as we approach the 2-hour mark. And the looks are really starting to pop. Creativity is flowing and the pressure is rising. So what do our judges make of it all so far?
Today is pure talent because I can't call it anything else.
Everything's becoming very interesting now because a lot of the MUAs are adding the details to the looks.
That's what it's all about. Proving yourself first, why you're here, what is your vision. And I think all the contestants came up and have done definitely their homework.
A lot of them today are going for a really saturated face, and now is when all the details are going on and it's starting to look a lot more interesting.
Who surprises me most actually is Janelle. She's really gone for a really bold look and she's working on it.
So I'm very excited to see how Mia is gonna finish off. She's got all the colors down, she's got a concept, So I really think that she is taking it there. I was really inspired by Matt's story. That's what I came looking for, is someone who's going to show me who they are through their makeup and their story.
It's amazing. It's looking good.
Thank you.
Tell me this whole concept. These bits, explain it to me. I know it's of your little world of Stella. Let me get into the world of Stella a little bit.
I don't know, because I haven't really planned it. I'm very go with the flow. So I cut out the pieces, I did whatever shape came out when I was cutting. Then when I was coloring, I was doing whatever came out when I was coloring. I wasn't planning anything. Then now in the makeup look, I haven't planned it either. I'm just going with the flow.
Speaking of getting into the flow, Yusra is really finding her groove, crafting a vibrant and fresh look. And with Deepak on hand offering a few tips and suggestions, she's getting all the support she needs to keep that momentum going.
Remember, don't need to blend so much on the highlighter. If you want it blocked, either put acid blending, but go ahead, power.
Vale.
Because at the moment I'm seeing this and everything's sort of just disappearing.
Okay.
So sometimes with these things you want to make it look a bit more effective.
Vale.
¿Vale? Que está muy bien los colores, would you so mark it a bit more so it has that strongness.
Yeah.
¿Vale? And it sort of looks bold.
Okay.
Y después te hace blending.
Okay.
¿Vale? No hace poquito, después blend, poquito blend. Because si hace poquito blend, what you've been doing, you're just taking off all the time.
Yeah.
Go bold on it.
Okay.
Good job. I'm loving this eye area.
Thank you.
Wow, what are those you're putting on?
Secret fish tank. Peppers.
Perfect. So that's the inspiration.
Yeah. See?
Great.
Yeah.
It's looking good. Where are you going to put it? Just on the floor?
Just there. And then I'm thinking if I've got time, I'd put it there. I need to finish the neck.
Okay, finish the neck. And then what I would do is, you see these lines here? You've done really well.
Yeah.
At the moment, it looks like 3 lines.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is give that effect on the scales.
See?
No?
Okay, what do I do? Shall I do
So you
darker?
go a little bit darker, and then afterwards put the white. Let it dry, and then put the white, white. So it gives you that depth.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you.
Explain, how's the alien going? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm really, really happy.
What's your next step you're going to do?
My next step, I'm going to put the powder now across the nose and the forehead to get the white, and then I'm going to be putting a light blue contour like coming up to fill in this little gap there.
Good.
And then I'm going to start getting all these lines to start coming out and...
Just try to make sure, okay, once you've done that, learn to clean it. Just clean it up a little bit more. Remember the depth over here, don't be afraid.
Go for it.
Just go for it and then blend it.
Yeah.
What you doing with the lips? What do you think of doing with the lips? What have you come in mind?
I'm gonna go hot pink to draw the eyes to, like, to connect the eyes to that.
Okay, just be careful. Sometimes if you put hot pink, it'll be too much emphasis. Lips or eyes? At the moment, the boldness is the eyes, which is great.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it. Maybe go for a deep blue lipstick and a light blue in the middle, and then do a really glossy finish, like an ombre effect. It will look more striking. But try it with a pink. Try it with a pink. You're gonna see it. If it works for you, but I would go for an ombre instead of just a flat, because everything's just. So it gives that alien, but it's also got that water effect, and the gloss would just give another texture.
Texture, yeah.
And it'll give it a bit of a boom.
Yeah.
All right, well done, guys.
Thank you.
What do you think of Janelle? Because I know she's inspired by drag.
I think
Do you
that
see
Janelle, yeah, I do. Especially it reminds me a lot of how I visioned drag when I first started out. The colours, the size of everything. And I think she's been really smart in knowing what her strengths are.
Oh, I love the lips. I haven't seen the lips.
we're getting
I think
there
she's
now.
inspired.
Today,
She's
guys, I
inspired.
don't know about you, but today is going to be so difficult because there are so many standouts.
Yeah, very much so. Everyone, I think, has really put themselves into what they're doing.
Which one's calling your attention more?
So definitely I love what Stella's doing. I think that she's really taking it there. I also do kind of want to get into the mind of the people that maybe are a bit more subdued.
I do want to take a closer look though, how about you?
Yes, I do. There's actually a few people that I would like to talk to.
Oh, you should.
So, let's say it like this. I'm the guest judge this week, so if you guys don't mind letting me get up and have a little twirl around
Of course,
the room.
as long as you give us a hair flip whilst you're walking away. Love.
Let's go. And over here, how are you getting on?
Hey,
honey?
good,
Your
good.
concepts is one of my favorite.
Really?
Because you said party, right?
Yeah, like confetti party style.
That's what we need in here.
Yes.
It's so cajao. We need a
Literally,
party.
demasiado callao.
That's what you need to do. This is what you're bringing, the party. And
Yeah.
the concept of the colors, the confetti, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It's like something fun.
So your incentive this week is we get to spend a bit more time
Yeah.
and photograph this. So let's say those photos make it somewhere in some sort of magazine. Where would you see it placed and where would you see this photographed and styled, would you say?
Honestly, I feel like this kind of gives like a movie, you know? So I don't know if it were like photographed anywhere. I'm kind of into, I don't even know, Dazed. And they have like
I
all
love
of,
Dazed.
do you know what I mean? Like
Dazed
all of
Beauty.
those kind of, pictures. So I think maybe if anything, maybe there, but I feel like it's just,
Yeah, it is very dazed. I can see that now.
maybe just like, like these parts. I
You
feel
never
like the
know,
eyes
you
are
could
giving-
send it.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, feature me.
Maybe. Maybe one day.
Amazing me, I'll leave you to it then. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Turn your back round.
Did you plan to add gems?
Yes, I just didn't know where. So I
Love your face.
I started adding here, then I went there, and then I was like, oh, there, then there, and now up here, and then maybe a bit on the end.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. That's what it is about being creative. It's not by going by the book. It's about going by creativity and what do you feel at the moment.
I'm kind of just going with what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Feeling it.
at this point, there's no
There's no
face
right
chart, there's no mood board, there's just my imagination.
Thicken it slightly at the end so it like goes into
Goes
a thin
into
shape.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You have time.
If you have time.
Because I'm gonna be putting black now here and like a
Oh,
little in
then
a
do
corner
your
as
thing.
well.
Concentrate on your
I'm
vision.
gonna like blend the contour slightly now.
Slightly up, yeah.
It looks really
And I'm gonna have a little
impactful.
pink circle coming out from his eye as well from the bottom.
Venga, venga,
Yeah, yeah.
venga,
It's
vamos.
exciting.
I love how Janita that was.
The MUAs have pushed their creativity right to the edge. Every blend, every brushstroke, and every bold choice. And now, with only minutes left on the clock, it's all down to those final, all-important finishing touches.
Ten seconds. Four, three, two, one. Brushes down, guys. MUAs, well done. Amazing job. So proud of all of you, honestly. Well done. Give yourself a round of
I'm feeling over the moon. Like honestly, I would be more expressionate if I wasn't so tired. But I'm literally feeling so chuffed with myself.
Yeah, I feel really good about today's challenge. I was kind of lacking confidence going into it. I was really worried about symmetry. I tried it on myself, obviously. I wasn't really happy with it. But today I made some tweaks and yeah, I'm feeling really good about it.
At the beginning, I felt discouraged
I felt like it wasn't coming together, but then it all came together. I did the lips, I did the gems, and I am happy with what I did.
After today's challenge, I feel like I did a very good job. I'm very happy with myself. I can say that the outcome of the look is even better than what I expected.
I feel it's gone quite well. Me da una hora más y una hora me tiro ahí trying to perfect it. I felt a little bit rushed. Había cositas que a lo mejor lo podía mejorar, pero I think it's gone quite well. Y yo creo que you could see sort of the mermaid sea creature sort of vibes.
I think I'm really, really proud of this look. I think it's bold to say, but I think this is like my favorite look I've ever done.
We're starting off with Mia's work. Jaden, I'd like you to talk about this look.
I mean, it's sublime. You know, it's close to flawless. I really love what she's done. I mean, the accent on the neck too is so beautiful. It's just so incredible. I'm blown away.
Yes, so I think it's next to perfection. And considering she's used her tools with a beauty blender, sponge, and a brush to create that is amazing.
I think it's a really impressive use of technique. And from the very beginning, when the face was coming together, I could see the contrast in the highlights and the contours and the warm tones and the cool tones. I felt it really is hard color to work with, and she managed to make it work so well.
Perfect, we're okay with that?
Yes, absolutely. I can't even
Because
agree.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just stunning.
She's executed it brilliantly.
That's the close.
Then the
I
eyes
think-
closed. I mean, it's even more
It's just
impressive.
very, for me, it's very, draws me into details, and absolutely, like anywhere that I look is an absolute perfection for me from the makeup perspective. I think she's done such an amazing job, and it looks out of this world. Definitely a showstopper and a wow
totally.
effect.
We've got Janelle next. Okay, Isis.
I feel like I was worried about Janelle a little bit in the beginning and how she was really gonna clean this up, but I really think she did what she needed to do in the end and like brought out all the aspects of the technique that she has that we needed to see. I think she played really smart in playing to her strengths and not focusing on anything that was going wrong, which is really important for a working makeup artist.
Definitely, I totally agree. You, Jaden?
Yeah, I completely agree. I love her use of colors. I'm just disappointed by the eyebrows. You know, I think she could have really smoothed that down, tack that down so that you had a really even blend, and I can't unsee the patchiness.
It's true. I agree with Jaden, but however, we have to take into consideration, the actual natural eyebrows of the model, that it was quite difficult. We could see that she was really struggling. And I agree as well with Isis that I'm glad that she didn't stop. She didn't get stuck on it.
Yeah.
She just continues. She just continued doing what she can do. And I think she's done a very clean, good job, obviously, except eyebrows.
Yeah,
but in general, the look is
Isis, as your opinion, could she have tacked those eyebrows down and created a smooth surface with that model's eyebrows?
It's definitely possible, but I will say, having done drag for a long time, eyebrows, covering brows specifically, is something that I myself have also never mastered, which is why I came up with the technique that I have now. And that's why I think it's really important to find something that works for you if the thing that you're trying for isn't working for you.
I think she's done a good job overall,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
Yusra's work. Silver.
very colorful. I love her technique. I love the creativity of it. This work really gives me creative feeling. It gives me artistic feeling. But at the same time, I wish that she would have done a bigger impact of colors, that they would stand out even more on the actual face. I love the color range in general and her idea of doing it.
Okay. Jay, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just want to give a moment to the dewdrops that she's drawn. I mean, look at that highlight, and it looks so three-dimensional. It almost like her inspiration was obviously floral, party, you know, that kind of thing. Confetti, but the way she's created that is so beautiful. So I definitely want to highlight that because that's very difficult to do.
Yeah, I definitely want to commend her for staying true to her vision and not looking around the room and seeing everyone who is doing these bold, contrasting skin tones, and she stuck to her guns.
Yeah.
And she did what she had in her vision.
Yeah,
and
she
I
felt.
think, yeah, it helped her to stand out.
Yeah, totally.
I don't like the tissue though.
I don't know about the tissue, but I like the idea of the confetti and everything going all well. It's got a good harmony of colors. So, you know. Next, we have Matt's piece of work over here. What do you think?
I mean, Matt has shown up today. He really has. Wow, like, I'm really impressed. He took such a risk and it paid off, you know?
Well, the fact that he hasn't practiced this look, he really trusted his creative side of him, and I think the fact that he just let it go and it's just beautiful. I absolutely love this.
Isis?
Yeah, the makeup is very much giving me kabuki. If anyone's familiar with Kabuki's makeup, it's very that, and I feel like the use of blue is so impactful with the strong white highlight in the center and those beautiful sculpted cheekbones. I think the color palette is gorgeous.
Yeah, he's totally smashed it today. You know, I think he's gone daring. He came out with an idea at the very beginning and he changed last minute. Listened to his heart and listened to his instincts. So, yeah, I'm just really proud of him. Honestly, he's done a brilliant job today.
So I think Stella should be so proud of what she's done, especially because she is one of the only makeup artists in this room that has used the collarbone, the whole body. She's created this whole storyline here in the front and not just focused everything on the face. Meanwhile, there is so much attention to detail on the face as well.
Jay?
I mean, I'm finding it hard to describe how great this is. Honestly, it's so good, and I'm so proud of her because she's used so many unconventional elements. Like for me, every box has been ticked with Stella's look tonight.
Well, what can I say? I feel like I'm speechless. I feel like I have so much to say that I'm speechless. And it's like the attention to detail and, you know, the beauty is in the eyes of the viewer, guys. Today, in any perspective that you look at it, there is a story. And the story is upon everybody who is actually seeing this piece of art. It's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's incredible. And it looks even 10 times better than it is in photograph. So I can actually see this in a whole spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And her lighting, the lighting of shadows, what she's done, she's actually created a 3D effect on the shoulders, which is amazing.
There's so much going on, but it works because everything blends together in harmony.
Yeah, and it almost seems like every single thing has a purpose.
Yeah. Next we have Melaine. So, Silva, go ahead.
Well, to say that I'm impressed is nothing to say. The vision, the preparation, the attention to detail, everything is like all my boxes are clicked, basically. Everything. I'm obsessed with this look. I could say that this is one of my top favorite looks on this competition today.
I love that instead of going for a classic, beautiful, gorgeous mermaid, which is so easy, she went for something a bit more fierce, a bit stronger and edgier. And I think the execution is so gorgeous, especially with the wet glitter detailing that she has all her collarbone and her cheekbones. Yeah, I think she should be really happy with this.
I mean, there are aspects of this look that I can appreciate. But if I'm being honest, I think it's too much. There's so much happening. You know, the wig, the crown, the stones, the lashes, everything. Like, I don't know where to look. And I do appreciate, like I said, everything she's done, the technique she's used, but I think editing would have been the right word for her today? Like just remove something, concentrate on others?
Sometimes less is more. At the beginning when I saw it without the wig and the crown, I think that absolutely looked impeccable. I love the scales on her, she's done it. It's just after the whole finishing touch, it's like what you say, Jay, which I agree with you. I don't know where to look. So I think over here, less is more. She was taking the wig and the crown. I think she was spot on. But apart from that, she's done a brilliant job. A brilliant job.
Contrast, it's a vision.
Yeah, it is. Well, guys, this is it. It's been really tough.
I know.
I mean, so tough, but really proud of my divas, like I call them. Amazing job. I really don't know. I think I've got 1 or 2.
For me, for this challenge, it's a 2-horse race.
I have my definite top 3.
And there's definitely maybe 1 or 2 who are fading a little more into the contoured shadows and others that are stepping into the highlighter, if you will. But I think all in all, everyone should be really proud of themselves no matter what happens, because they have absolutely displayed so much talent today. It's really incredible.
Welcome back, MUAs.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you, today's been the toughest decision for us, and I think the toughest challenge for all of you. But on that note, I can tell you personally, I'm really proud of you guys. So, as usual, going to start deliberating. I'm going to start with, can we have Mia, please, come forward?
First of all, thank you so much for this piece of art. You've done an absolute amazing job. To say that this is an absolute perfection for me, you left a story to tell to every single person that actually looks onto your work. And I'm really, really stunned, so thank you so much. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to add something?
Yeah, I mean, I was so impressed by the way you laid down that base in the beginning and the contouring. You know, you remove those lines and it's a really impactful look. But then you added the details and you added all the shading. It's just really incredible. So well done. You should be so proud of yourself.
I think a green base is such a hard base to work with, and the thing I was worried about with you from the beginning was your contrast levels. You nailed it. It was amazing.
Thank you.
All I can say is absolutely impressive. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the judges' comments were really good. They made me feel like a bit more confident with my look. So I'm really glad. I was obviously worried the most about like the symmetry, but that didn't get picked up on. So yeah, it was really good to know that they liked my look.
Next, can we have Janelle? Come forward, my lovey. Janelle, I'm going to give you the lovely Isis who's going to start off.
Oh, well, I have plenty to say, Janelle. I think one of the things that is really going to carry you in your makeup career is your energy. You're one of the people around here where every time I looked, no one could tell you whatever worried. You always have a smile on your face, and I think that's what helped you pull through at the end of this challenge. You carried on. You moved on to the thing that you knew that you could nail, and that is what's going to carry you, and that's what, to me, makes you a great artist. So you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you very much.
I can add as well, for example, I could see you struggle with the eyebrows in particular, and I'm so happy that you didn't get stuck. You carried on. Yes, it didn't work out perfectly like you wanted, but you didn't stop. You carried on to continue your vision and wanted to show us and what the story you wanted to tell us. So you should be definitely proud of yourself.
Thank you.
I think you should consider getting into drag because this is really great. I'm so proud of you, Janelle, because your growth in the competition, I've seen you go from high to high to high, and I know you've had some lows, but you've been consistently improving, so well done.
Yeah.
Janelle, what can I tell you? The Janelle who I met in the first episode with, hey, she's buried and gone. This Janelle is the one I like. Mm-hmm. Honestly, so proud of you. You've gone today with no fear and said, you know what, I'm going for it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, really, really, really proud. Congratulations.
I'm extremely happy with their comments. Like, they've recognized the work that I've put in these last weeks, and I'm so happy about that. And as well, Jaden saying that I should pursue in drag was really insane to me to hear, because I've always loved it, but I never thought someone would be telling me that. So I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy about it.
Next, can we have Stella please come forward? Stella, were you happy with your look?
Yes, extremely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you should be. Okay. For me, I don't know. Everybody said it was Avatar, it was this, it was that, the other. For me, it's just an Indian goddess from the 18th century. And that's what reflected to me completely. So well done. I'm going to give you to Isis, who's going to carry on.
Your finesse, your vision, your concept was everything, and it didn't feel like there was a moment that you were struggling. And one thing I really want to commend you for is you used the shoulders of your model. You didn't just focus on her face, which is so easy. You really told a story using like every part of her that you could. And from the beginning that I saw you do that, I thought, okay, she's got something a bit different here. Yeah, you should be really proud.
Thank you.
Jay?
You've ticked every box. You use airbrush, props, you practice. Like, I could go on and on. Like, it's amazing. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? The expectations were clearly very high. What can I say? Because you're truly a talented human being. But what can I would like to actually define the fact your energy so harmonious to be able to create such an art, and you really reflected your harmonious energy into that, and you perfected it in the best way possible. So all the cheers to you, girl. Honestly,
You said this was your forte. You just proved everybody completely. I was in and out all the time, and your work was effortless, but you had prepared it so well and executed every little bit so well. So well done. Can we say?
Thank you. I'm really happy with the judges' comments, obviously. Like, they couldn't have been nicer, I think. I was really, really happy with it, and for them to be happy as well. Like, you never know, because I've been happy in other challenges and then they've like said something and I've been like, oh. But today it was all good, so I'm really happy.
Silva, do the honors.
Well, Melaine, I kept on talking to you today because I really wanted to understand where is this coming from, and I'm extremely, extremely proud of you. But first of all, I want you to be proud of yourself. No matter what anybody says, just, take a second and be proud of yourself, because I don't think the Melaine that walked into this room and into the studio in the first episode thought that she's going to create something like this on the 6th episode. So you've done a spectacular job. Your vision and the way that you created, the attention to detail. Yes, less is more, but in this one, I know we can be a bit different, we can have different opinions with the judges, but that's what it's all about. But to say that I'm happy with your look is nothing to say, so thank you.
Isis?
So I was so impressed by your look in the very beginning. Obviously, there were so many people doing colored and high contrast, and so I really didn't know where you were going to go with this. And once you started going into kind of a more spooky direction with your siren, right? I started getting the idea like, okay, you're thinking outside of the box. You're using makeup to make something that isn't inherently viewed as beautiful, and that's very inspiring.
Jay?
I mean, well done. You've really pushed yourself this week and you've created something really impactful. I think editing would have been a good one here, just because I feel like there's a lot going on with the wig and the piece. But at the same time, I really appreciate that you've prepared all these things and you've thought about it so clearly. So that's definitely commendable, but well done.
Yeah, I agree with all three of my judges today, completely. And like what we said before, age is just a number. Believe it, dream it, and live it. Mm-hmm. And if you believe that, you'll fly. All right? We're really proud of you.
Well done.
No, I was happy with the comments. I just thought I had mixed comments from two of the judges. One of them said that it was fine. The other one said that it was a bit maybe over the top. So in general, I'm quite happy. I was quite happy with the comments.
Next, can we have Matt, please? Come forward.
Here I come.
Hi, mi niño, mi Matt.
Hi, Toshiko.
Your journey. Wow, you smashed this. Brownie points all the way through.
Thank you.
Got yourself out of that box, out of your comfort box, and just went for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done. But Isis is going to give you more now in detail.
Yeah, no, I was very impressed with you, as you know, the color story and the fact that you went for a model that's more a male model, and we're showing a bit of diversity in this room. I think the color palette, the contrast, the execution, I know you struggled a little bit in the beginning with trying to nail down your idea and what way you wanted to go.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing you could have done is just allow yourself to be free like you did, and just have fun with it, and that really came through in your final result. So you should be really happy.
Thank you, I am.
Silver?
Matt. Well, I am extremely proud of you. I think you've really pushed your limit today. You really thought out of the box, and that was beautiful. The fact that you didn't practice, you changed your mind last minute, as far as the bird told me so. And
the
you
model left him. Model didn't even turn up. We heard also.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh my gosh.
More brownie points than this one.
More points. But the fact that you really got yourself together, and we can see that clearly in your work, and you've done such a fabulous job, and with a story, and it was beautiful. So thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Jay, anything else?
Matt, you've really pushed yourself this week, and I feel like you've arrived. You know, this is you.
Yeah.
I love how you've contoured the face, because you've made it look androgynous. You know, you haven't done the classic contour, and I think it's really, really smart, a smart move. And I love the accent. I think obviously I would have added a bit more pink to make it less patchy and stuff, but
absolutely.
But it's so good. Well done. You should be so proud of yourself.
This is your best work.
Yeah.
It's the best work of yours.
It is.
Take
I love it.
Take that at heart.
It's like Matt meeting new Matt.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is
definitely.
a Matt special.
That we didn't know.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned, because I'll be doing lots of this
That's
now.
what we want
love
to
it.
hear. That's what we want to hear.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
You can follow me, my MUA.
Well done. Oh, we will.
I'm really, really happy with the feedback that I've gotten from the judges tonight. I felt like after last week, I really, really had to push myself and redeem myself, and I totally feel redeemed and accomplished tonight. The judges were really, really happy. I don't think they were expecting it from me, which I think made the impact even greater, and I'm just so proud of myself. I can't believe that I have completed that whole look, and the way that I looked in the camera was so good.
Fabulous Isis. Start.
I wanted to talk to you so badly and say all the things that I wasn't allowed to say, because when I was watching you in the back room back there, I could see the little part of you that seemed a bit uncertain, and I just wanted to get in you and say, you're the only one that's doing anything different. Look around the room, everyone is blue and pink, and you're the only one that said, I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna finesse this, and I'm gonna put something out that I wanna do, not because you felt the pressure of what you saw around the room. That's being an individual, and that's something that's really gonna carry you in this career. So I really commend you for that.
Thank you so much.
Jay?
I mean, I can tell you're a true artist, Yusra. Like, the detail underneath the eye, I don't know, are those water droplets or
Yes.
pearls?
No, the water droplets, I drew them myself.
They're incredible. You're a true artist, honestly. It's
Incredible.
It's incredible. I mean, the only issue I have with this look, I would have taken it a bit more extreme. I think you could have definitely done that. But I think the accents that you use, I would have maybe used another material, like a tissue that didn't have those indents, or perhaps prepared them beforehand so that you could easily stick them on and stuff. But amazing work, well done.
Thank you.
Well, I disagree, Jay. I do disagree in the sense like when it comes to the paper, I feel like I actually do like those drops. It gives me more, you know, the sense of attention to detail that you put into this work, which is, you know, little drops here and then the confetti here and the drops on the actual paper. I think it just makes the look complete. I would have definitely loved it to be a bit more bold, a bit more color in the center of the face. I think it will be more impactful. But regardless of that, I wish you would see yourself with our eyes because you're so talented. I wish you to be a bit more confident, and because the work is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for this creativity. You've done an amazing job, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely be proud of yourself because you wanted to have a party. There was a party over there. I love the idea of the textures you used and everything. I also like the idea of it was completely different and you listened to your instincts and you went with it. Because I realized in this creative round, creative is not for myself personally only just face painting. There's so much way of being creative and being artistic, and it's all about Textures and beauty and what you feel, and like I say, just using your imagination. So yeah, well done.
Hearing the judges' comments after this creative round, what can I say? I mean, there was room for improvement. I feel like it was very beneficial for me for future preferences.
MUAs, first of all, you should be really proud of yourself and congratulate yourself completely, because it's been really, really hard. But we have to have a winner, and it's been really hard deliberation, as you can tell. All of us have been up and down. But the winner this week for the creative challenge is Stella. Well done, well deserved. Very close, very close.
Wow, Stella has truly delivered a show-stopping look tonight. The artistry in this room has been nothing short of breathtaking. And now, as the MUAs step aside to take on the judges' feedback, all eyes turn to the panel. They'll be reflecting on every bold choice, every daring blend, and every moment of growth before deciding who's strutting into the final and who's not making the cut.
Let's start off with Melane's.
Well, we can clearly see a beautiful journey here, don't we? If you ask me, I can clearly see a beautiful journey here. Someone that was fierce, someone that was here to learn, to have an experience, to challenge herself, to be out of the box. And we can see that the journey has been beautiful.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Silva. I think she's really grown, and I think she's come out of her comfort zone, and I think she's also realized her limits, but she's pushed it even further. So yeah, I'm really proud of her completely.
Yeah, I think she's done a fantastic job throughout. I mean, she's had some hiccups for sure, but look at that first look. You know, she came out with a punch. You know, and
yeah, totally.
Yeah, I think she should be very proud of herself.
Absolutely.
Mia's makeup.
I mean, wow.
You know, if I have to be honest, all her express looks, editorial and creative, have been amazing. You know, and that's her strength, creativity. So, you know, but in general, she's done a very clean job in all the photographs that we're seeing over here. Everything's very clean.
I think if I wouldn't know the titles of these, I would know exactly what it is without having to confuse, is it bridal or is it an occasion or is it glamour? Because it gives me exactly what it was according to the brief.
Mia is a true makeup artist, and she is versatile. Like, look at those looks.
Well, when I look at this journey and these photos, all I can see is definitely a growth. Someone that came here for experience, someone that came here to learn and to actually throw themselves out there in the world. And it's absolutely beautiful. You can see the ups and the downs, the rise and the fall. And I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's been a bit of a rocky journey. And it's a shame that this person had to show who they truly are at the last hurdle, you know?
Today.
It's a shame, because if that would have been throughout the competition, I think we would have been looking at a different top.
Yeah, we've been looking at a very different makeup artist, really. I think this person basically, I feel, needs more confidence. So,
and this person has definitely grown.
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely. Like
Stella's work. This is just effortless for me. It's just, I don't see anything wrong, honestly. Everything goes...
I can't agree, to be honest.
No, I think everything's like this. I don't
It's
say...
steady,
Obviously, her creative is always wow and is a more of an impact, but...
Yeah, but like, for example, we can see a few looks in here, and I'm confused. Is it express yourself? Is it a tutorial? Or is it creative? I'm a bit lost.
yeah,
Whereas,
we
for
knew,
example,
but-
with other contestants, you can clearly see that it was according to the brief, the versatile, the diversity in every single look, and it was clean, it was perfect, and that's what makeup artist is. Whereas the other one is amazing, it's perfect, but like you say, it's steady. But do we want steady?
I appreciate that because they're consistent with their style. You know, I don't want to see what they think we want to see. I want to see them. And I appreciate that MUA has brought that every episode.
Jaden, what do you think?
They're consistent, but they're not great all of the time. But they're there. They're like second place all the time for me. And I think we haven't seen as much growth because they have been consistently good. I mean, flawless from the beginning.
But which part you don't like? I don't understand.
No, I do like, but obviously in certain challenges, there's been people who have been better than this person.
I think this person's journey is being consistent through the whole
It's
thing.
been consistent.
Overall, I
this
think it's harmonial, you know? It's
Exactly.
You know, that's what I
Like
see.
when I look at this, the whole journey, I feel, because makeup is all about having personal approach, and personal approach comes to different styles. I love when people have a signature looks, but I don't want it to be carried everywhere.
True.
It's about personal approach. So when I look at this journey, I see a true personal approach according to every challenge, every brief that was there, and I think she's done a fantastic job.
And guys, sorry, just want to add that look in particular, the third photo, is as a makeup look, one of the best I've seen.
I totally agree. Nailed it. Perfection.
Yeah.
Silver.
I can see growth. I can see growth in here, and I feel like this person has gathered all their strength to be able to prove first to herself, then to the whole world that she's here and she's got a talent. And there's so much more that she has to offer, in the future.
I'm really impressed with this person's journey. I think they've had a few moments that have really stood out.
I've been quite impressed by the creative look completely, and going out of the comfort zone, and the growth is there. But unfortunately, I think just started very late, and it was maybe a bit too late. That's what I think personally.
It's the moment of truth. After 6 bold, creative rounds filled with colour, contour, and plenty of chaos, it all comes down to this. Time to find out who's blending their way into the final, and who's packing up their brushes and heading out of the competition.
Welcome back, MUAs. We thought the creative challenge was hard for us. This has taken us to another level, but unfortunately, tonight we have to eliminate. So we'd like to call Mia and Stella forward, please. For us, your journey has started impeccably. You all have your strength in either challenges, but you've both have been really consistent and you've impressed us a lot. So from the three of us, to you, congratulations. You're in the finals of Face Off the Next Generation. How do you feel?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Tired. Nervous.
Curtsy, step back. Silva, why do you think they deserve to be in the finals, these two?
Because they're creative, they're talented, they're prepared and consistent.
Perfect. You, Jay?
They're both incredibly talented, you know. They're both very different from each other.
Totally.
And you've been very consistent, so well done.
Okay, so 2 done, 1 to go. Remember, we've only got 3 finalists to choose. Our next 2 coming forward is Matt and Janelle. Please. We, as judges, have felt your growth. I've been happy with your boldness, and you've really gone out of your comfort zone to do everything what you need to do today. But unfortunately, we felt that it was sort of a bit too late. So I'm afraid today the journey finishes for both of you in Face Off the Next Generation, but I don't want you guys to be disappointed. I want you guys going out of here like saying, you know what? I did this and I know it's not the last of you two I'm going to be hearing.
At all.
You know?
I can't get rid of me now.
Honestly, you've done an amazing job. We're really proud of you. But unfortunately, you know, this was a competition and we have to choose 3, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done. Tell me, how are you feeling at this moment, you know?
Relieved?
Yeah?
I don't like dealing with stress. No.
You, Matt?
I mean, yeah, like, obviously it would, like, after today, I do have a lot of, like, fuel under me at the moment, so I would have liked to potentially see what I do coming towards the final, but at the same time, I do reflect on what Janelle is saying. It has been a hard process for me. I've had, like, lots of, like, ups and downs. You know, obviously you have your personal life in between everything, so it's, like, hard to factor everything in. So I'm happy for it to be over, but I would have been really happy to have gone through as well and to really carry on pushing myself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And last but not least, Yusra and Melaine, forward. We're so proud of both of you. You've done so well, and you're both so different, so consistent, and so challenging, and you've really approached that fear. On one I saw, there was a fear of like, what do I do? But you've so overcome. And the other one had that sort of insecurity at the back of the mind. But I just want to ask individually, how important is for you to be in the finals? Mel?
For me, it's important to show what I'm capable of. But I mean, just reaching here, I'm really, really proud of myself. And I mean, we both deserve it. So I'm happy. I'm really happy. If Yusra goes in, I'm more than happy. I really think she deserves it.
You, Yusra?
I agree with Mel. I feel like we both challenge ourselves a lot, as I believe we're quite consistent. For me, being in the challenge, I'd be thrilled. I mean, if I don't make it and Mel does, I'll still be happy for her. Although I feel like my journey will make up. Doesn't end here. I will continue. By the way, I'm happy and very proud of myself.
What do you think you've learned in this journey so far?
Age has no limits. We're all capable of doing whatever we want, whatever age, and it's just a determination. And if you feel passionate for something, go for it. And for me, it's the passion, and I hope that came across
Definitely did. Yusra?
I think I've gained a lot of confidence in this competition, and I've met so much wonderful people and learned so much throughout this challenge, just to be open to new ideas and new skills.
Unfortunately, it's so hard this. Unfortunately, I've got to choose one. You know, I love you both and I admire your work, and, you know, I've been a fan of all 6 of you because you've been all my little divas. But unfortunately, I have to pick one winner. And we've decided, all 3 of us, unanimously, is that both of you go through to the finals.
I genuinely thought that she was going to take the spot, and I would have been more than happy for her. She truly deserved it. But when they announced that it was both of us, I was thrilled. I was really happy. I didn't expect it at all whatsoever. But I'm really grateful and content that I'm in the final.
I don't think it's sunk in. En verdad, estoy como un poquito shocked. I thought my journey had ended here, and I'm really, really grateful to have another week, to be honest. But for me, it's already a massive achievement, and I'm really, really happy.
You know what? They both deserved it just as good as each other, and I'm happy for both of them.
Tonight was so tough because we originally had 3 positions to fill, and I'm so glad in the end we got to pick 4.
I think the 4 finalists definitely deserve the spot.
Like, both of us going through was such a good feeling because she's so good, and like being put like with her in the final and with the other 2 is like so good. Yeah, obviously I'm happy to be through. I feel like it's maybe now another, you know, layer of like stress. I'm nervous, I'm excited, but yeah, I just, you know, a bit stressed to kind of see what's next for us, but yeah.
It was fully expected. I mean, my journey in this competition, I can be honest, it hasn't been up to par to everybody else. I did push myself more today, like the judges did comment if I had done that in every single challenge, things might have been different, but I'm excited to just carry on doing all these looks and showing off all my different sides of creativity now in the future and carry on working on it, and it's only the beginning, so I'm really excited to see what my future looks like.
It was more like oh, I know what's gonna happen. And I was also kind of ready for it because the stress that you feel. But it's also bittersweet and sad at the same time because I've made very good friends who have really become family. Like even Deepak and the judges, like they've put such a big impact in what I love to do, and I wouldn't have it any other.
I think this is going to be a good learning curve for them in this profession, and, you know, it's not the last we've seen of these 2, that I can tell you for a fact. We've come to the end of semi-finals, and wow, what a night it's been for all of us. The adrenaline, the energy's been amazing over here. And we thought we were going to get 3 finalists. No, 3 finalists, no, 4. Because they're just as amazing as each other, well deserved. And I hope all of them could get through, but hey, that's what Face Off the Next Generation is all about. Whoever wins, we'll wait till we see the outcome. So follow me. Let's see the MUAs, how you're doing. Hey guys.
Next week on Face Off. It's finally here, the Face Off finale. And after weeks of bold risks, fearless artistry and unforgettable transformations, only one question remains. Who will claim the crown and become the Face Off champion? Go behind the scenes with Face Off, the Next Generation podcast. Available now on gbc.gi and your favourite streaming platforms.